When it comes to her criticism of Common's relationship with Jennifer Hudson, it appears that Tiffany Haddish is having the last laugh, because Jennifer apparently just broke up with Common in the most awkward and messy way imaginable. As you are all aware, Jennifer Hudson and Common have been dating for roughly 2 years. It appears that Jennifer just played Common, because he proposed Jennifer, according to the streets, and she crushed his tiny heart beneath her boots after hitting him with the big fat nope. Tiffany, on the other hand, is not at all sympathetic to Common. In fact, she has been making fun of him and disparaging him greatly. Tiffany recently reached new heights of pettiness. If you thought she was messy before, is she prepared? Well, given that Common recently got dumped by Jennifer Hudson, it appears that Tiffany Haddish may have hexed him or something. Since the beginning, Tiffany has publicly detested their relationship, and it appears that nothing has changed.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer.
Common first attempted to argue that the relationship ended amicably because both of them had hectic schedules that made it difficult to keep up a relationship. Tiffany and Common dated for around a year, between 2020 and 2021 throughout the pandemic.
Once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like, we weren't feeding the relationship.
Tiffany said that Common had taken her by surprise when they broke up, claiming, "Out of all the relationships I have ever been in, this one was the healthiest, the funnest, and I felt the safest there. It was not mutual. I think this relationship has run its course," he said more. And I said, "All right, you will be a man without a partner, okay?" Additionally, she asserted that Common struggled with commitment, saying, "He may be the kind of person who never truly settles down with anybody. Perhaps he is like a bee that keeps moving from bloom to flower. I am not sure. I send him my best wishes for happiness and joy." However, things appeared to be going well when Common began dating Jennifer, and there were rumors that he was already taking Jennifer very seriously. More serious than he had ever been with any of the other women he had dated, including well-known figures in the field. You see, Common has a reputation as a bit of a player in the industry, since he has taken down a number of famous women: Erykah Badu, Serena, Angela Rye, Taraji P. Henson, and several other women. However, it appears that the player was dumped because, according to recent reports, Jennifer is reconsidering their relationship. It is not being handled well by Common at all. She is not going if she is telling you, "All okay, all right." Jennifer was really attempting to hide the connection at first. So let me take you all back to when they first started dating. They instantly clicked after meeting on the set of the film Breathe. An insider revealed the details of the developing romance, stating they have been friends for years. They were filming in Philadelphia during the summer when things took a romantic turn. When the day's shoot concluded, they would invariably make their way to each other's side. They would always end up at each other's sides after the day was over. Since Jennifer is very cautious about her relationships, she denied that they were dating and continued to tell the same old tale about their friendship and so on. People make up stories about it. "He portrayed my spouse in the movie we shot together. Between those moments, we were able to eat." Yes, Jennifer. They were seen going on dates even after the shooting was over. Thus, it is obvious it was a huge, fat lie. Common traveled all the way to London for the premiere of her musical A Strange Loop as their friendship became deeper. Everyone who witnessed them at a premiere could see they were in love. There has been months of conjecture about whether or not they are dating, but the fact that they have flown all the way to London together just indicates they are very much an item. One of those guests said, to avoid any disturbance, they came to the concert separately, but they were spending a lot of time together away from inquisitive eyes. They kept playing hide and seek, but a few months ago, when he was a guest on her program, they finally came clean about their connection. They had been playing hide and seek together for over a year.
Are you dating anyone?
So, yes, and I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart, she loves God, she has something real down to earth about her. She's talented, But I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an EGOT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I set my standard high. She had to get her own talk show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Since Jennifer is very private about her relationship, as I mentioned earlier, her Cleasley blank slate and not willingness to make it public gave us the impression that their bond was stronger than ever and that they were a strong couple. According to recent reports, Common proposed to her, but she flatly rejected him because she was afraid of his Playboy past, especially since she had previously experienced the pain of love. It is evident that Common shared this sentiment. Now, for those of you who are unaware or have forgotten, Jennifer was formerly deeply involved with a man named David Otunga for 10 years. Indeed, everyone, this is the same David Otunga who is pursuing New York. Flavor Flav's New York. Indeed, I adore New York. Indeed, he appeared on that program. However, although their relationship began as a romantic fairy tale, it soon soured, and at one time the police even became involved. After they started dating in 2007, things progressed really quickly. Before you knew it, David proposed to Jennifer on her 27th birthday in September 2008, and we believed they were the ideal pair. Sadly, tragedy happened not long after Jennifer accepted. Her mother, brother, and nephew were killed by her brother-in-law a few weeks later. It was a complete nightmare. However, David was at Jennifer's side the entire time. He was in her pillar of support, always there to listen to her sobs. However, Jennifer revealed she was expecting later that year, and when their son David Jr. came in 2009, they unexpectedly had a lovely little family. However, by 2010, they had been engaged for more than 2 years. People naturally began to speculate when the moment would actually arrive. Additionally, there were whispers that they intended to get married that year. However, nothing occurred, and for 2 more years there was stillness. The amount of rumors that things were happening behind the scenes peaked in 2012. There was still no word by 2014 that they were planning to be married, and there were growing rumors that their relationship had changed. They were therefore unable to maintain the facade. By 2017, came clean about their breakup at last. In retrospect, there were a few indications that David might not be who Jennifer believed him to be, similar to how Jennifer alluded to his insecurity. In retrospect, it should have been a major red flag when she said that David was not exactly thrilled about her losing weight and glamming up. When Jennifer went to the Jay Leno program, she was questioned. "What is the matter with your fiancé? Does he like you now that you are svelte?" "He is getting used to it," Jennifer said. "He fusses at me like, why do you have to get all dressed up to go out? Since he does not really care about change. And why are you unable to go out as you once did?" And I said, "Honey, I am a walking billboard now." Following their split, Jennifer and David's relationship deteriorated even worse. Additionally, she asserted that the connection featured thievery. She said that David had occasionally become combative with her, particularly as their relationship began to deteriorate. She also said that he was paranoid since he was so envious. After that, David made his own accusations, claiming that Jennifer had cheated on him with other guys in the business. He even used their son to spy on Jennifer because things got so messy. Jennifer recalled an incident in which David reportedly persuaded her to videotape her when she was in the studio with their kid. Jennifer further said that David reportedly ordered the youngster, "Do not allow your mom's close lover ever touch you," since he was certain that she was being stingy with one of her producers. Although Jennifer also said that David would send her ominous little messages while she was at the studio, she became so frightened that she phoned security because she thought he could come there and start problems. Fortunately, however, he supposedly didn't too. The drama did not stop there though. Things quickly heated up after she said he was waiting for her when she arrived home. To put it mildly, this was not a pretty picture. He allegedly became violent, grabbing their son and dragging her around with him. However, David had a completely different version of events and accused Jennifer of manipulating the scenario to win compassion and sorrow from the public, particularly due to her fan base. His attorney told TMZ in a statement that he denies each and every allegation Hudson has made against him, and that at no time did Mr. Otunga physically push Miss Hudson as she alleged. He maintained that the reason he was angry with Jennifer was because of what she was doing, which he saw to be rather careless with their son. It was nice, he said, that Jennifer left her child in a recording studio till the early hours of the school night. His only goal was to get the child into bed on time so that he would be rested and ready for school. The following day, he claims that his disagreement was about responsible parenting rather than jealousy or possessiveness. Jennifer, however, also mentioned a bizarre incident in which he reportedly put a revolver out on the kitchen table, playing mind games with her in an attempt to manipulate her. This was not the first instance in which she said he was unkind to her. But how about we break this down? Jennifer had previously experienced some severe trauma related to firearms. After all, gun violence claimed the lives of her mother, brother, and nephew on the same day. So he is just going about with a gun like it is nothing? That is ominous. David refuted the DV accusations, and his attorneys issued a follow-up statement stating, "It is regrettable, particularly in light of the current situation, that Miss Hudson would feel the need to make these unfounded accusations against Mr. Otunga, who has never mistreated or harassed her or their son. Mr. Otunga is eager to appear in court and receive the party's only child's residential care award." As you can anticipate, this event left Jennifer with a bad taste in her mouth, which is why she could be hesitant to formally announce her relationship with Common. According to a source, Jennifer was sure that marriage was not in her future after her engagement went awry. However, Common entered her life and completely changed her life. Common informs Jen that even though he has dated a number of well-known women in the past, he is committed to this relationship. However, Jen had that feeling after 9 years of engagement, and she does not want to get back to square one in a broken marriage. But you want to know who is most likely just popping popcorn and savoring all this tea? Well, Tiffany Haddish. An insider claims that she believes this is Common's retribution for mistreating her and shattering her heart. And because he did the exact same thing to her, she finds a pleasure in the idea of him being hurt and damaged. Surprisingly, people are supportive of Jennifer's decision to decline Common, and they adore comments that say, "In the beginning of the relationship, I said she should keep stepping or keep her feelings in her pocket." Sounds like Common is a good time, but also a heartbreaker. I think she is wise to proceed with caution. I think Jennifer Hudson should keep her guard up and her eyes open when it comes to Common. I don't think he's an upstanding as he tries to seem. It's just something about him. It's 2024, so who knows what will come out or happen. And I'm definitely glad she's wide awake and knows what she's truly dealing with. Smart lady. If Common truly believes that Jennifer is the love of his life, then that is tragic, because it appears that Jennifer dislikes being the center of attention. However, I must know your thoughts on this. Do you support J-Hud and Common, or do you only support J-Hud? Leave a comment below with your ideas, and then watch this following video.